live button and see what it does. Preview. All right, it says I'm live. So, okay, let's see. Can anyone see me or hear me? This is my first live, so I am testing it out. Let's see if this works. Oh. So I wonder. Okay, so I think I am live. Okay, cool. Alright, so hello, how are we doing today? I hope we're having a fantastic Saturday. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's already like noon. Well, I just wanted to go live. I was testing this out. I thought, I'll be real with you, I thought I was going to be able to jump on it like Instagram Live, but I had to like download a software for it and then hook it up, and it was kind of confusing. It did take a couple minutes, but I think we're live. So I'm just doing a kind of tester and seeing how you guys like it. I was kind of thinking about doing these lives once a month and kind of doing it kind of like an update of what we talked about and then what we're going to be talking about in the following month, and then kind of give you like a live Q&A so you can ask questions. That way I'm not kind of rambling or going off tangent into videos, because the videos I want to give you, I just want to be to the point and on the topic. And then I do want to do some other ones where I'm kind of like just talking with you and able to kind of maybe give you more motivational and insightful and like life lessons and things I've learned. So maybe we can like kind of do that in the lives or stuff, or I'll make more videos if you're interested in stuff like that as well. Let me know in the comments. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if this is really recording. I mean, we'll see if at the end it says it's live and it says it's going, but this is the first, so bear with me, guys. So let's just recap what we talked about in January. Can't believe it is 2020 already and starting in February. But we covered blogging and websites. And if you didn't watch those, I do suggest you do watch those, because I do cover, how to set up your blog, three tips, if you're a beginner. I give you like 5 tips on how to write a blog post more quickly. I also talk about, give you a blogging tool that you can use that can help you outline and write your blog posts, and then also get ranked and let you know when it's a Google index. Along with, I did a lengthy one on how to write on WordPress, and I also gave some tips on like SEO and stuff in there if you watch it to the end. But yeah, so why blogging though? I just want to emphasize, I don't know, because I've spoken with quite a few people, because some of the people, if you follow me on Instagram, I did a post the other day that was like, do you have a blog for your website? And it was actually 50-50. I had 6 people that actually responded to it, and 3 didn't have it and 3 did have it. And I was curious to why, some people opt out of it and why some people do have it. So let me know, like, do you have a blog right now? Are you publishing content on it consistently? What type of blog is it? What's your niche? Or are you kind of stuck on your niche? I kind of going all over the place? Because I will say, when I first started blogging and I did do it, I was a little all over the place. It's not that I went from talking maybe about like beauty to business, but I didn't really have a stream and field that I was focusing on in. And now I specifically focus on talking, to small business owners, MLMers, network marketers, stuff like that. Some of these tips are good for affiliate marketers and stuff, but I was trying to reach more people than I should when I was starting out. Because when you're starting out and you don't have many people following you, you're growing, if you go all over the place in the audience that is following you, they can't kind of necessarily follow along with you. So if you actually like pick a specific niche and go with it, and I've actually found this works really, really well, especially the people in my audience that I work with, they don't necessarily, all the things that I want to teach them and I know that will help their business, that's not necessarily what they're wanting right now, or they even understand it right now. Some of the things as simple of just going over social media, I thought that was, just generic, or I thought that wouldn't necessarily help someone. And then I realized, I know something that can help someone. And that's when it kind of changed for me also with the blogging, because I originally was being very rigid to the point, I'd read someone and I wouldn't really turn it into my own content because I wasn't actually utilizing it and using it. So everything that I talk about or everything that I write in my blog posts is stuff that I've actually learned, stuff that I'm working on, stuff that I'm implementing into my business. And then, of course, I share with you, if it's working, if it's not working, what's doing really well, what's not doing really well. And that's really what I found works best for me. And then also I'm able to share with you so you can implement and do things in your business and trial and error, because some things that work great for me might not work great for your business and your audience, because it just depends on what you're doing as well. So you do have to do trial and error and see what works and what doesn't work. So let's make sure, get on point and talking everything we talked about. Yeah, so just basically wanted to go over blogging, make sure you kind of understand what we talked about in the blogging. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask about those. If you're kind of hesitant on starting a blog or if it's worth it, honestly, I would, because nothing happens overnight with blogging, or even with YouTube or any social media account that you're on. You're not going to grow to 100 million followers, 100,000 followers overnight. It does take consistency. Of course, you could buy followers, but I talked about in the previous video on why that is not necessarily a good idea for a business owner, especially if you're wanting to find customers on there. So, yeah. Let's go back on track. I'm getting sidetracked again. So let's do a little forward into the future, what we're going to be talking about now. Talked about blogging a little bit. You can watch those videos. Now we're actually going to be focusing on Instagram specifically, and I'll be talking about, features, things like that. I just launched a course, the Instagram Growth and Momentum course. You can check it out on my website under courses, but it's all about, growing your Instagram account and gaining the growth and momentum on it so you can continue to grow consistently, because it's so easy to start and stop. And when you keep doing that, it's actually really, really hard for it to grow. And I experienced this for sure. And then this past year, I officially decided, I was focusing on Instagram, because before I was doing maybe a little Twitter here, a little Facebook there. I tried doing Snapchat a little bit. I honestly went away from that completely, but I personally was spreading myself too thin on my social media account, so I was getting frustrated. It was hard to grow consistently because I wasn't publishing content consistently. I wasn't communicating with the audience. I wasn't making stuff interesting for people to follow or engage with. Let's be real. I was not putting stuff out there because of the audience, because I thought it was good for the audience, but not because the audience necessarily thought it was good. And that's kind of what I go over in one of the first videos. I'm going to actually use that later today for the Instagram series. We're talking about the benefits of the Instagram profile. So I won't dive into that, but yeah. It's just, it's just funny how you can get so caught up in certain things, and then you can get just so stressed out over it, and then fall off and not do it. And that's what I did. And then the business neglected, and then you were wondering why it doesn't work, and you're thinking it doesn't work, but it really does work because you didn't stay consistent in it. So I'm not going to get on the consistency tangent, but that's a little recap of what we're going to be doing. I will say I had a couple requests for how I make the videos, kind of editing, as well as talking about Facebook groups specifically. I wiggled that in there. I did have that in my notes for the Facebook group, so I will be making that probably towards the end of the month. And then for the videos, I have a mini series on that as well that I'll put in there this month. But we are going to close out with Instagram. So we're going to focus on Instagram pretty much this month, especially because I just launched this course, and I want you all to kind of get a sneak peek into it and kind of learn more about Instagram and how to utilize it for your business, because I think it's something that is underutilized, and I didn't utilize it very well. And this past year when I dove into it, I was like, okay, this is great. And the audience, I really like the people on there. I've had a really great time connecting with people on there. On Facebook, the people are great there. It just was harder for me to connect with people. People just automatically thought you were pitching them or selling them. Versus Instagram, they want to learn. They're more friendly, I feel like. It sounds so weird. I don't know. Do you guys have that same thing? If you guys do Facebook or Instagram, it's so weird to me. But yeah, let me know if you guys have that same thing. But and then towards the end of this month, going into March, the reason we're doing Instagram is because I want you kind of start getting prepared and getting familiar with everything. Because at the end of the month, I'm doing I can't decide if we're going to do a week challenge or a 30-day challenge, depending on what you guys want to do. I'm going to talk with my Instagram crew too. We're going to do a story challenge to help you stay more consistent with your stories. I'm creating content right now for you guys, so you guys have basically all you have to do is maybe make your own image, do your own words to it, but I want to have basically the idea for you, an outline for you to talk about, so you have done for you story posts that you can do every day, so you don't have to think about what you want to do. This way you can gain momentum with Instagram in your stories. So I'm really excited to do that with you guys, but I do have to plan some stuff out and have that all situated so it's not just a mess. And I'll also get a list out there so you can join. I'll let you know when I do that. So you'll be updated when we do start that in March. But yes. Okay, so I hope this live went live, and I hope that you are going through the blogging, learning a lot, and having a lot of fun. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. You can always message me on Instagram. It's the Christina Spohr. What else am I saying? Yeah, so I am really curious if you guys think about the live Q&A, because this is my first live, and I'll be with you. I don't really know if it's working, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm curious. Would you guys want to do that every month? Kind of an update of what we talked about, kind of recap everything, and then ask you questions as well, live Q&A and stuff like that, so you can get more answers. All right, let me know. And I will see you in the next video, because I'm actually, well, not in the next video, this is live, but I will be publishing the video when I get off on the Instagram business benefits that we talked about earlier, starting all about Instagram. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful February. You reach your goals and all the things you want to do in your business and your free time. And that's it. Yes. Okay. Yes, that's it. Goodbyes are always so weird. I don't know why. I always feel like I should say something else or add something else, and then it's like, bye. Just bye. I don't know. Bye.